Every story we read touches us differently. Some make us laugh till the cheeks hurt, and some pull us into deep thought, and some stay with us long after the last page is turned. But have you ever paused to wonder, why do stories make us feel such different things? The answer lies in something beautiful: literary genres. Genres are like the colors of literature, each with its own mood, meaning, and music. And today, we are stepping into that rainbow, discovering how each genre gives life a voice of its own. So, first, what exactly is a literary genre? Think of it as a style or category of storytelling, a way writers organize their thoughts and emotions. Just like songs have pop, classical, or jazz, literature too has its own kinds: romance, tragedy, satire, fantasy, and many more. Each one sets a mood, shapes how the story unfolds, and prepares us for the emotional journey ahead. Let's explore some of the most beautiful ones and see how they speak to the human soul in their own way. Let's begin with something we all understand: romance. Romance is the heartbeat of literature. Stories of love, connection, and longing. But it's not just about roses and candlelight, it's about the courage to love, to lose, and to grow. From Pride and Prejudice to Wuthering Heights, romance reminds us that love can challenge, heal, and even transform us. It's where the heart learns its language. But love isn't the only mystery of life, right? Some stories make us think, guess, and question everything. Welcome to the world of mystery and thriller. These stories keep our minds racing, filled with clues, secrets, and suspense. From Sherlock Holmes' sharp deductions to modern thrillers that play with the nerves, mystery gives us that delicious feeling of not knowing yet wanting to know. It's the genre that turns readers into detectives. And then there's realism, the genre that looks us straight in the eye. No fantasy, no make believe, just life as it truly is. Realism paints the ordinary with extraordinary honesty. It shows us the struggles, hopes, and quiet triumphs of real people, those who might live right next door. Writers like George Eliot and Charles Dickens didn't just tell stories, they held up a mirror to society. And sometimes that reflection teaches us more than imagination ever could. But life isn't always kind, and literature knows that too. That's where tragedy steps in. Tragedy reveals the painful beauty of human flaws and fate. In stories like Macbeth or Hamlet, greatness meets downfall, love meets loss, and yet we find meaning in the sorrow. Because tragedy doesn't just make us sad, it makes us understand. It reminds us that even in failure, there's wisdom. And just when the world feels heavy, here comes comedy with a smile. Comedy isn't only about jokes, it's about hope, forgiveness, and laughter at our own imperfections. From Shakespeare's playful Twelfth Night to modern romance comedies, comedy reminds us that life's messes can end in joy. It teaches us not to take ourselves too seriously and that a little laughter can heal more than we think. But sometimes reality and laughter aren't enough. We crave escape, and that's where fantasy unfolds its wings. Dragons, magic, faraway kingdoms. Fantasy builds worlds that doesn't exist. Yet somehow we feel truer than our own. From The Lord of Rings to Harry Potter, these stories whisper one timeless message: imagination has no limits. And if fantasy takes us beyond the known world, science fiction takes us beyond time itself. It asks, what if? What if machines could think? What if we lived on other planets? Science fiction blends science and imagination to question the future of humanity. From 1984 to Interstellar, it makes us dream, and sometimes it wants us to. Of course, not all genres dream, some dare. Satire is literature's clever rebel. It uses humor to criticize, laughter to reveal truth. Writers like Jonathan Swift made us laugh at society's absurdities and then realize we were laughing at ourselves. Satire reminds us that change begins with awareness, and sometimes awareness begins with a smirk. Then there are fables and allegories, small stories with deep souls. They may seem simple on the surface, but behind every talking animal or symbol lies a timeless truth. From the tortoise and the hare to animal form, these tales teach, question, and inspire, often long after we have closed the book. And that's the magic of literary genres. They are not just categories, they are emotions, lessons, and reflection of who we are. Each genre opens a new window into laughter, love, imagination, or truth. And together they form the great mosaic we call literature. So the next time you pick a book, pause for a moment, feel its mood, its rhythm, its promise. Because hidden inside the genre is the heartbeat of the story, waiting for you to listen. This is Shri and you're watching The Page Philosopher. If this journey spoke to you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe because we have many more stories to explore together.